So this morning when I got up at 7:30 for the first time, it was sunny and warm, and then I was told I didn't have to work until closing. Went back to bed, and about an hour later, a wind squall, cold front has come in. Let's go look at the damage so far. The willow has dropped branches all over. Got a tomato that's been blown off. This guy here. Right there is snapped. The corn's been kind of blown down. Oh. But in here, a big sunflower has met the ghost and is on my green beans. And the big one over there by the raspberries. But the other ones, because I have kind of tied them up, are looking okay. But that is sad. My big pretty sunflower. And we did lose power, so gonna have to give them water out of the rain barrel, but I gotta get these guys fed. So yesterday morning, woke up to that major windstorm that blew a bunch of the sunflowers and the corn down. This morning, let me show you what I woke up to. And it is September 8th, 2020. The first frost. Was a very sad day to wake up to. You're fine, Bella. So gonna have to get out here and get my winter squashes picked. Some of the stuff did okay, had a little protection. The Mad Hatter peppers did fine. The Sugar Rush Red are fine. This tomato, a little sad. The cucamelons up high got hit, but down low still look fine, so just gonna leave this. But I did see yesterday, and because the power was out for 14 hours, I didn't get any of the green beans picked because I didn't want to stress the freezers by putting them in the freezer. And today, they're history. But might be able to salvage some of the green bean fruit. The underside of the purple bean trellis looks okay, so might be able to still get some green bean or purple beans off of them. This sour gherkin is done. The tomatoes got hit, but we're not supposed to get cold again. So I'm going to leave them on and see. It's like this guy may not be any good, but the lower ones look okay. These peppers here, pretty much done. The brain fart. The tomatillo looks like it's done. So gonna kind of play the little waiting game, see what recovers in a couple days, see what's salvageable, and then start cleaning out what's no good. But my green beans, and my eggplants, I just don't know. But I did yesterday go through and pick a bunch of my peppers and more of the tomatoes. Whoa, you guys are very crooked. But my one big Hungarian ox heart was 1 pound, 10 ounces?
10 ounces.
1 pound, 10 ounces. The biggest tomato I've gotten. So, got to get these guys cleaned up and in the freezer. Well, we've gone through the garden, got what squashes were salvageable. We're going to be putting them up in the shed to cure, but got a wagon full of pumpkins and squashes. So, not as big as I was hoping, but pretty good harvest for that first time in-ground garden. I'll be working on it this year, and next year should get at least twice as much. Well, the other day David John got the 2 rows that had the big squashes in kind of cleaned up and mowed. So that's all cleaned up. And even though she is dying back, there is still stuff that's good and producing. So since we're back into the 80s and 90s, hopefully everything will finish going, but let me show you what's still kind of producing. The Mad Hatter peppers just got hit a little tiny bit. The Sugar Rush Reds look good. This tomato, its fruit is still ripening. And this part of the Mexican gherkins died back, but I do have this patch of green. This little guy here is still doing good, but the purple beans are definitely done. Tomatillos and those guys are done. But my chickens have decided that since it frosted that they can now get into the garden. All summer they were not in, and now that it's dying back, I can't keep them out. So they are doing some destruction on the big Oxheart tomatoes, but the Oxhearts and everything else is slowly turning. It's like, there's one that they ate. But this guy was completely green, and he's slowly turning. I've gone through and picked a bunch more of the black crims. Everyone still is kind of going. And there are some of my culprits. And then I've got this chicken right up in the Chinese celery. You guys are not supposed to be in here. Whoa. But on my green beans, I was able to yesterday came through and got basically 2 servings of green beans picked and was able to look, and I do have promise that I might get more. Because even though the tops are kind of dying back, down there I've still got flowers coming on. Just got to figure out how to keep the pesky chickens out. But let's go over and I'll show you one of my favorite spots to hang out in the afternoons, evenings with the birds. And maybe Shadow will figure out how to get out of the apple orchard. And I did pick all the apples, and I'm starting to dehydrate them. Whoa, you guys are really crooked. This Just a second, guys. Let me get the camera a little... Oh, that was brilliant. Straighter. Hi, Snow. Well, just made a mess. Trying to straighten out the camera for you guys. The snow. But this is one of the cool place to hang out. Well, this is where I'm gonna... Come here. This is where I'm gonna end today's video. I hope you all have a good day and a good week. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll see you next time on my little funny farm here at Moose Flats Farm. Bye for now. You're such a piggy girl. Mr. Snow. I want to feed a goose. I don't want to feed a turkey. I want to feed a goose. I want to feed a goose. Ah, there I got a goose. Mostly turkeys. Oh. Betty. Oh, Betty and Valkyrie feeling great. And Rose. Look at you, sweetie. Come here, Val. Oh! Betty, you're such a big girl. No, you're Al. You're such a good boy, Al. Yes, you are. Hi, Champagne. You guys are making... I made a mess, and you guys are making it bigger. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, sweetheart. Is somebody making a piggy of herself? Oh, and before I completely forget, I've got a silly chicken. I got to show you where she decided to nest. She needs to have a pretty spot to nest. Let me get rid of this and I'll show you that. Pretty snowman. Need to think of a name for that drake. Pretty little girl. But this pretty little flower pot, I have a chicken that is decided that's where she's gonna lay her eggs. So I've just been collecting them every day. I'm not sure which one it is. So, bye.